Federal agents descended on Portland, Oregon almost 3 weeks ago, arresting protesters there since at least July 5th. They started their operation at the federal courthouse and slowly expanded it into the city itself, rounding up protesters and throwing them in unmarked vans. And now Donald Trump is expanding it to more cities, promising to dispatch federal agents to the streets of Chicago, Illinois, and Albuquerque, New Mexico, as part of an effort the Department of Justice is calling Operation Legend. The Attorney General tried to make the case that this latest operation will be different from the Portland-style deployment, where federal agents are marching through the streets using war tactics, including tear gas on protesters. We're not supposed to be doing this, by the way. Last night, and I just want you to look at these pictures. I'm going to ask my control room to have those pictures of those agents up for a lot of this time so that you just understand what they're wearing and the weaponry that they are using against Americans who are protesting. Last night, a group of moms known as the Wall of Moms, these women in yellow shirts, wearing helmets and goggles, along with a group of fathers, arrived to cheers, and then they linked arms to protect the protesters. But that didn't stop the federal agents from using tear gas to disperse them overnight. Tear gas. Joining me now is Bev Barnum. She organized that Wall of Moms. She was among those who were tear gassed last night in Portland. Bev, thank you for being with us. This is the finest tradition of civil disobedience and the protective instincts that we all look to our mothers for. You people have brought them together and said, you will show the federal government that you have the right and the ability to engage in civil disobedience, but you will protect those protesters from the force of the federal government. It is remarkable. How did you come up with this?
It was that viral video that you just showed. The federal officers taking that protester into that unmarked van. I found it odd, and I needed to learn more, and so I did. I researched, and I realized federal officers were using violent, very violent methods on protesters. So I got involved.
You got tear gassed. I got tear gassed a few times in the last month or so, 2 months, in some of these protests. It is not fun, and it is the kind of thing that is meant to disperse people when there are no other peaceful methods of doing so. Was that necessary, and what happened?
It was frightening. I want to tell you that I handled it like a champ, and I stood my ground, but I did not. I was vomiting. I couldn't see. I lost control of my bodily fluids, and I was screaming because I didn't know what to do, and I could hear people scream, run, but I couldn't see. And so someone grabbed me by the arm and pulled me, and I ran. And I don't remember who helped me, but someone poured baking soda water on my eyes, and then I could see, and I ran to the car and got out of there.
Yeah, I'm glad you described it, because for people who see these images but don't know what it's like to get hit by tear gas, it is disorienting. It is frightening. Somebody had an interesting idea. We use masks when we're in those situations because sometimes we anticipate them. Somebody brought a leaf blower, which I smiled at. I thought that's awfully creative, a leaf blower to blow the gas away.
Yes, those are the dads. The dads joined us, if I'm not mistaken, 2 nights ago, and yeah, it helps so much. It really does, and it allows us to hold our ground just a little bit longer. Unfortunately, though, once you have that tear gas, I feel that they deploy that so that then the cameras can't see what's really happening, and then they unlawfully arrest moms. 4 of my moms were arrested, and in fact, one of them was arraigned.
The protesters in Portland have been following in a remarkable American tradition, not just of protest, but of civil disobedience. I think tonight might be the 55th night or the 54th night or something. What do you think is going to happen? Are you expecting it to escalate?
Absolutely. Right now, they are building a concrete wall for themselves, and I'm assuming that's in response to the of moms, and they're also building an adjacent fence. And what I can tell you is from Saturday to Tuesday, sorry, I don't even know what day it is, I'm so sorry. The nights that I've been there, it's gotten worse every single time.
Well, the warning for the government is the warning that we all learn when we are around wild animals. Don't piss off the moms. Bev Barnum is an organizer of Wall of Moms. Thank you for what you're doing. I'm certain that those protesters out there understand that the sacrifice you're making and the fact that you are putting yourself in between the protesters and those federal agents, the most dangerous place to be. We will be there with our cameras to make sure that what you do is witnessed. Thank you, Bev Barnum.